Get ready for the action, because Conor McGregor is stepping back into the UFC with a massive return confirmed. We break down the explosive details surrounding Conor McGregor's upcoming main event against Max Holloway at UFC 329 on July 11th. This is a fight that pits two legendary names against each other after years of anticipation, and we have everything you need to know about this monumental clash. Return next year. And finally, we switch gears entirely and celebrate Italian heritage as Weekend Max Mara brings its Pasticcino bag collection back to Florence. Discover the stunning details of the new line, inspired by historic Tuscan monuments and featuring luxurious fabrics from the Fondazioni Art della Sita. Don't miss out on these incredible fashion and heritage stories. Subscribe now for more. Conor McGregor has ignited anticipation for his highly anticipated return to the UFC, setting his sights on former rivals Max Holloway and Nate Diaz. The fight card for UFC 329 on July 11th is set to feature McGregor in the main event against Max Holloway, marking their first clash in 13 years. This bout will take place at Las Vegas T-Mobile Arena, with Holloway making his debut at 170 pounds, while McGregor has a history of competing at the venue. The rivalry between the two fighters dates back to 2013, when McGregor outpointed Holloway at featherweight, and later in the lightweight division. The build-up to the event has been fueled by recent events. Just moments after Nate Diaz was stopped by Mike Perry at an event organized by Jake Paul's Most Valuable Promotions, McGregor reacted publicly. Following Diaz's stoppage, McGregor tweeted a provocative message directed at Diaz. Speculation about a potential fight with Diaz this summer has been circulating, though talk quickly shifted towards the Holloway rematch. McGregor and Holloway have exchanged social media banter, with McGregor sharing a video and photo from their first fight, asserting dominance. Comments on social media have suggested McGregor is taking on a significant challenge, noting that facing a volume striker like Holloway after a 5-year layoff presents a difficult task, to which McGregor responded with a light-hearted dismissal. McGregor's recent history includes a significant setback in 2021, when he suffered a broken leg in consecutive losses to Dustin Poirier. His prior history includes a knockout victory over Poirier in 2014 and a submission loss to Diaz in 2017, followed by a points victory in their rematch. Holloway enters UFC 329, having recently won the Baddest Mother Fasterisk title from Charles Oliveira. Meanwhile, Nate Diaz has sought a rematch with Mike Perry following their recent loss, which was streamed on Netflix. Max Verstappen has been hailed as having reinvented the GT racing game following a commanding performance at the 2026 24 Hours of Nürburgring. Driving the Verstappen Racing 3 Mercedes, Verstappen demonstrated a high-risk, high-reward approach that impressed even seasoned competitors. Making his debut at the Nürburgring 24 Hours last week, Verstappen showcased exceptional driving skill regardless of the vehicle. In a dramatic sequence, he overtook the 47 Mercedes-AMG, sliced into the inside of the 911 Porsche in the first corner, and executed a double overtake on both the 67 Ford Mustang and the 34 Aston Martin down the Döttinger Straight. Despite race leaders slowing for traffic, Verstappen maintained momentum, holding P1. David Pittard, an expert in the Nürburgring Endurance Series and IMSA Sports Car Championship, believes Verstappen has fundamentally altered GT racing. Pittard noted that Verstappen's instinct to commit to an overtake when the opportunity arises contrasts with the more cautious approach of many veteran drivers. Max's instinct was, "Right, if you're lifting off, I'm going for it." Pittard suggested that Verstappen's sprint racing background proves that taking greater risks is viable in this high-stakes environment. However, the race concluded with disappointment for Verstappen and his teammates. The Mercedes-AMG GT3 suffered a driveshaft failure while leading the race, forcing them to return to the garage. Although the car was repaired in time to cross the finish line, the team ultimately secured 38th place. The incident has prompted the Mercedes team to respond to the outcome of the Nürburgring event. Max Verstappen's debut at the Nürburgring 24 hours ended in heartbreak after a mechanical failure derailed the Mercedes' dominant effort. Teammate Danny Juncadella suggested the incident has fueled Verstappen's ambition to return next year. The trouble began shortly after Juncadella took over the leading car from Verstappen, with an ABS warning appearing on the dashboard. Initially, the issue seemed manageable, but it quickly escalated. Within a single lap, Juncadella identified a terminal mechanical failure, characterized by increasing noises from the drive shaft and gearbox, leading to the car feeling dangerously loose. The team spent nearly 4 hours repairing the damage to the drive shaft, but victory was out of reach as the car was ultimately retired. The 80 Mercedes ultimately secured the win. Juncadella attributed the failure to bad luck, emphasizing that it was unrelated to any on-track incidents or driver error, noting that motorsport can be inherently cruel. However, he highlighted the positive impact of Verstappen's participation, which brought unprecedented global attention and showcased endurance racing to a wider audience. Verstappen acknowledged the disappointment as a very bitter pill to swallow, but confirmed he had intended to compete at the Nürburgring 24 hours annually, suggesting the experience will only intensify his determination for a return next season. Weekend Max Mara is celebrating its Italian heritage with a special collection of Pasticcino bags in Florence, marking the 10th anniversary of the iconic bag. As part of its annual world tour, the 5th chapter, Italian Roots, brings the project back to its origins in Italy. The collection features 6 special edition, numbered Pasticcino bags crafted from luxurious fabrics sourced from Fondazione Art della Seta Liscio, a historic Florence-based mill established in 1906 by Giuseppe Liscio. Following World War II, his daughter, Fidelma, established the Fondazione Art della Seta Liscio in 1971 to safeguard the family's legacy of velvets, brocades, lampas, and damasks, simultaneously producing exclusive textiles and training new artisans. The new Pasticcino bag models showcase jacquard fabrics drawing inspiration from Tuscany's historic monuments and palazzos. Design elements include a marble white wave pattern, a palette of burnt brown, black, white, and gray, bold stripes echoing facades and columns, a wavy Renaissance pink design, a graphic square motif reminiscent of coffered ceilings, and geometric polka dots in black and white. The signature ball clasps are meticulously crafted by Budry, a fine marble specialist with over 64 years of expertise in fashion and luxury goods. The materials further elevate the collection, incorporating renowned Italian marbles such as Bardiglio Carrara in cerulean-streaked ivory, white-veined Calicata Belgia from Carrara, Fiori di Pesco Carnico with its rose-veined base, licorice black slabs of Nero di Ormia or Portoro Extra, and deep green Isogny. These marbles are paired with precious fabrics in visually striking combinations, and larger and medium bags will feature a marble insert along the silver or bronzed metal trim of the closure. This Florence stop follows previous stops in Venice, Kyoto, Paris, and Granada. The brand is hosting a 2-day event in Florence on Monday and Tuesday to officially launch the new collection.